Consider how fortunate you are to be alive when you wake up in the morning. Marcus Aurelius was a renowned philosopher and a great Roman emperor, as you may know. He stressed the value of rising early and included this practice in a morning regimen intended to improve day duties. It's important to note that sleep restores energy and is not a waste of time or a period of indolence. Therefore, it plays a major role in your life's accomplishments. In this video, we'll go over 10 essential Stoic ideas to help you create morning routines that support your long-term objectives. Keep in mind that ordinary adjustments that are gradual, minor, and consistent lead to significant accomplishments. Let's get started. The only thing I ask is that you refrain from in any manner skipping this video. If you're here, think of yourself as distinct from most people. Right now, consider yourself an exception. Principle 1. Identify your ikigai. The Japanese concept of ikigai, or well-being, can help you have more productive mornings. This word translates to reason for being, and discovering your life's purpose will undoubtedly give you greater incentive to wake up each morning. Successful and concentrated mornings result in successful and concentrated days, which eventually lead to a successful existence. In the same way that unproductive, inattentive, and unfocused mornings result in unproductive, inattentive, and mediocre days and, eventually, a poor quality of life. Ikigai, or your life's purpose, is characterized as the reason you wake up in the morning. According to Marcus Aurelius, every person was formed with a purpose in mind, and it is our responsibility to work hard and honorably to fulfill that purpose, since it is what motivates you to get out of bed in the morning and face the next day. Anything can be your ikigai. A fun activity you haven't done in a while, a new ability you'd like to learn, or anything that gives you a compelling reason to stay motivated. The greatest way to identify your ikigai is to ask yourself, what actions could I take if I had more time? You can come up with 30 responses, then choose your top picks from the list. You'll get closer to understanding what drives you at that point. You should finish this task before you start your day because it will support the development of strong social ties. Give yourself positive challenges, manage your stress to keep in shape, be creative, and stay out of depression. You must give yourself a compelling excuse to get out of bed. A morning routine that gets you most motivated. Principle 2. Get ready for the mornings. Marcus Aurelius once said that if we don't put all of our effort toward the goal, it will be in vain. It will fail miserably if the outcome is incorrect. It takes more work to become a morning person than merely putting in a 5 o'clock alarm and hoping for the best. Individuals who have made the decision to maximize their mornings follow a pattern both before they go to bed and when they wake up. Although you cannot control your consciousness while you are asleep, you can control the things you do at night that will force you to wake up. A good place to start would be cutting back on phone and TV time before bed. Give yourself a promise. Get going tonight. Avoid using your phone while in a laying position. Prepare your setup for tomorrow. If you want to work out, for instance, arrange your clothes the night before and put them away before going to bed. The following day, you'll save energy. If you want to do training first thing in the morning, it will be difficult to skip the workout when your sneakers and clothes are waiting for you in your room. You'll have more energy in the morning after doing this 2-minute workout. An individual who has unsolved issues at work, in relationships, or with money finds it difficult to sleep. Their thoughts never stop. You've undoubtedly experienced this before, laying your head on the pillow and endlessly repeating the events. It's preferable to take the required time to work out any issues before turning in for the night. If you are facing issues that you are unable to resolve right away, or that are beyond your control, practice deep breathing before going to bed. Gently inhale while counting to 5, then exhale completely while continuing to count silently. Your body recognizes that there is no threat while you perform this easy activity, allowing you to unwind and increase your body's intake of oxygen. A sensation of inner serenity invades you. Your pulse rate drops, and your muscles relax. To have a decent night's sleep, your thoughts must quiet down. This will have an immediate effect on your morning. You can be well on your way to being a morning person and optimizing your day to be more productive by making little compromises. Principle 3. When you first wake up, stay focused. Clear your mind of all extraneous distractions and concentrate on each minute as if it were your last, like a man or a Roman. There are mornings when we wake up and feel like we're being tugged in a lot of different directions without even knowing where we're headed. A new episode of your favorite show, a somber news program, sporadic videos on Instagram, or text messages from Facebook can all easily divert you from your main focus. The energy and internet bills are unpaid, and there are filthy dishes in the sink. There are dozens of ways to communicate and engage the mind even now. You will be distracted no matter what time you wake up, and there will be days when you think the entire world is out to get you and that you can't focus long enough to get anything done. Distractions typically serve as constructive forms of procrastination. While these are worthwhile tasks that must be completed, they are not always the things we should be concentrating on right now. We eventually become preoccupied and forget our true objective. If you're rising early, there's a good purpose behind it. You want to maximize the extra time you have to engage in activities you enjoy before becoming sucked into the responsibilities of everyday life. Principle 4. Regularly wake up. Marcus Aurelius believed that you should develop your life action by action, and that you should be satisfied if each action reaches its objective to the greatest extent possible, and that no one can stop you. You have the exact amount of personal power necessary to alter or create anything you desire based on how much you accept responsibility for everything that happens in your life. You must practice consistency and self-discipline if you genuinely want to wake up early every day and incorporate it into your routine. The habit of constancy is the only thing that defines self-discipline. The key is to find the drive to keep doing something until it becomes second nature and you begin to realize benefits. According to What is Right in the famous book, The Miracle Morning, in order to establish this new pattern, we must be consistent during the first 30 days. The 30-day deadline needs to be divided into 3 halves, each lasting 10 days. The emotional and mental barriers to sustaining the new habit are distinct in each of these stages. It may seem nearly intolerable during the first 10 days of forming a new habit or breaking an old one, and it truly is. The want to give up will not go away. You may have something similar to this experience if your new routine is to get up early during the first 10 days. My God, it's getting light outside. I'd prefer not to get up. I'm just too worn out. I require extra sleep. Can you find the coffee? Afterward, we press the snooze button. The majority of people have trouble realizing that these first, apparently interminable 10 days are only transitory. The second phase of 10 days is significantly easier when you get through the first 10 days, which are the hardest. Days 11 through 20 are painful, but not unbearable. You will need to be disciplined and committed to get through them. However, by now, you should be accustomed to rising early. You'll have gained some self-assurance and formed favorable connections with the advantages of your habit. Thus, maintain your commitment. Real change also happens throughout Phase 3. Rather than hating the sound of the alarm clock in the morning, you adopt an identity that declares, "I am a morning person." You've been doing this for more than 20 days straight. So now, when the alarm goes off, you can't wait to get up and go. You're beginning to experience the advantages. Acknowledge that the goal of the entire process is for you to become an early riser. Once you do and feel comfortable in that identity, acting in that manner will come more naturally. Principle 5. Remain relaxed. As we take heed to Marcus Aurelius' advice, consider the current circumstance and ask yourself, why is this so unbearable? How come I can't take this? Are you embarrassed to respond? The truth is that our brains value short-term gains over long-term advantages, giving priority to quick gratification. For this reason, 95% of individuals frequently gave up on their fitness regimens within the first 10 days. Most people have trouble realizing that these first 10 seemingly interminable days are actually fleeting. They tell themselves to forget about the new habit if it is extremely painful, because they believe this to be how it works. It isn't worthwhile. For this reason, we frequently put things off when we are unable to get up early one day. We promise ourselves that we'll begin rising early the following Monday or the following month. It's important for us to realize that what makes us strong, disciplined people is our perseverance. We have very little control over our lives, and life is not linear. The only thing we can control is how we spend our days. We must acknowledge that every day is a fresh start and an opportunity to improve. Thus, accept yourself for waking up later than usual today and resolve to wake up earlier tomorrow. Anyone can battle for a single day. Principle 6. Find an accountability partner. Having a strong accountability partner is crucial as we work toward our goals, especially if we recognize that our role is to rise early. The capacity to hold oneself accountable will always be the most important talent. Someone who coaches someone else in keeping promises is known as an accountability partner. A friend, member of your family, or a coworker who has already attained the objective you're aiming for could be your accountability partner. In this situation, you will receive support from your accountability partner to maintain consistency in your morning routine and your advancement toward partnerships. The person you choose should be as dedicated as you are, have like values, be available when you need them, and actually want to see you succeed with your daily routine. Having an accountability partner helps us stay on course, even in difficult times, as we know we can confide in someone who is really interested in our achievement. Principle 7. Little things, discipline, and practice. According to Marcus Aurelius, we must discipline ourselves in the little things before moving on to the more important ones. Try not to swear when you have a headache. Refrain from swearing each time a headache strikes. I'm not saying you can't complain. I'm simply saying you shouldn't complain non-stop. The Latin word disciplina, which literally means teaching or instruction, is where the word discipline originates. Maintaining discipline in the little things requires ongoing self-improvement. We are preparing our minds to resist getting up early. You have practice with this. The alarm clock should be placed as far away from your bed as feasible. You are forced to stand up and move your body, and movement burns energy. As a result, it naturally aids in waking up when you get out of bed. You'll either turn off your alarm clock or worse, press the snooze button if it's adjacent to your bed. Avoid using the snooze feature. It defies logic to hit the snooze button first thing in the morning. It's similar to saying, "I'll do it again and again because I detest waking up in the morning." You will need to get out of bed in order to switch it off if it is distant from your bed. You're on your feet by then. All you have to do now is stay awake. The moment you switch off the alarm, it gets easier to leave the room. Refrain from using any excuse to go back to bed. You will never wake up early if you allow your brain to have its way. Avoid returning to sleep. There is just one choice: make yourself exit the bedroom. Secondly, make the bed. The first chore of the day is accomplished when you make your bed in the morning. You get a little boost of confidence and inspiration to do another activity, and you'll go on to finish numerous additional, bigger projects over the day. Making your bed also serves as a reminder that little things count and that you'll never be able to accomplish great things if you can't perform the little things well. Principle 8. Get comfortable with negative imagery. Marcus Aurelius gives us advice every morning. Say to yourself when you wake up in the morning, "If the people I deal with today are going to be manipulative, ungrateful, conceited, dishonest, envious, and irritable, it's because they don't know right from wrong." Rather than envisioning a perfect society, the world is perceived as it is by the Stoics. The key to using negative imagery is to be far more self-aware and to control your expectations. What might not work well? How would you respond in these situations? Can you anticipate them or overcome them? You are better equipped to handle calamities when and if they occur when you plan for the worst. For instance, even if your supervisor is mistreating you when you go to work, You're always ready for them to not cooperate because you've previously imagined this situation in the morning. You'll be delighted when he treats you kindly out of the blue. But even if he doesn't, you're ready and able to maintain composure at all times. Assume, for instance, that you have a crucial meeting with a significant client in the morning and that you wish to seal a substantial deal. You've previously considered the potential for stuttering and extreme nervousness, as well as the likelihood of the client asking a lot of questions due to your unclear presentation. But because you've expected this and mentally prepared yourself to handle the nervousness, you manage to stay calm, keep your emotions in check, and give a powerful presentation. You become less afraid of bad things when you visualize them. It helps you feel less nervous when they occur and gets us mentally ready to tackle a crisis if one does. Principle 9. Keep death in mind. According to Marcus Aurelius, the Stoics made it a practice to always keep death in mind, since they believed that anyone could pass away at any time, and that one should therefore plan every action and thought properly. You can also do this exercise each morning. The Stoic philosophy has a saying called memento mori, which translates to, remember that you will die. The one constant fact that applies to everyone, wealthy or not, successful or not. It doesn't matter if you are religious or philosophical, you will die. This reminder is meant to inspire, encourage, and provide clarity rather than to be morbid or to incite dread. Only your personal convictions are the things that really important. This morning practice will help you maintain perspective on these things. Your home, your money, your renown are transient, and they could disappear at any time. Your character is the one thing that cannot be taken away from you. The only thing that makes us unique and directs us through life is our character. A person's character is the only thing that can make them rise or fall, and it's frequently what leaves a legacy. As a result, the thought of your demise will ground you. Ask yourself, if this were my last day on earth, would I want to do what I want to do today? When you gaze in the mirror every morning, you'll know you need to make a fast adjustment if you answer no to this question for an excessive number of days. Avoid taking the chance of being permanently trapped in something you detest. A man should be afraid of never having begun to live, not of dying. Principle 10. Be grateful for your life. Lastly, in this movie featuring Marcus Aurelius, he addresses the gods. Nice parents, grandparents, instructors, a sister, nice friends, and excellent associates are all things I'm grateful for. Almost all things are positive. When speaking about how he came to build his morals and principles, Marcus Aurelius is incredibly humble and honest. He also expresses his gratitude to everyone who supported him along the way. Additionally, we can duplicate this by maintaining a thankfulness diary. Keeping up a gratitude notebook is an easy task. The greatest moments in life don't always require expressions of gratitude. The practice of gratitude begins with acknowledging and celebrating all of life's blessings and realizing that no gift is too small to be thankful for. Pick 3 to 5 things for which you are thankful each day and record them in a diary or journal. Therefore, after a difficult day at work, concentrate on getting home to your loved ones or your pet, or just express your gratitude for still being alive. Expressing gratitude for your life before bed not only ensures a restful night's sleep, but also provides you with a cause to rise with courage and take on the day's obstacles. Keep in mind that your final thought before turning in for the night is frequently your first thinking in the morning. Everyone has had sleepless nights due to excitement for a trip, a new job, or a vacation. You were so excited that you sprung out of bed as soon as the alarm went off. Similarly, if your last thought before bed is, "Wow, I'm so tired. I can't believe I have to wake up early tomorrow," then the same applies. The first thing you'll think when you wake up is, "It's time to get up. All I want to do is sleep." Make the conscious choice to set a positive anticipation for the next morning each and every night. Express gratitude, offer yourself forgiveness for your shortcomings during the day, and resolve to strive for excellence on the upcoming day. Nothing changes. We evolve. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to view the entire Stoicism playlist. Assist us in promoting this idea and create stronger men. Remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I've included 2 videos below that you might find interesting to watch if this content has been beneficial to you in your life. See you in the next video.